Hey everyone, motherboards have become increasingly expensive in recent years, and unfortunately that's a general trend we've seen with CPUs and graphics cards just selling for way more than MSRP and things like that. But if you're getting a motherboard, you might be wondering, why are they so expensive, and do you need to buy like a $400 or £400 motherboard? Like, can you just go with a more budget one? And the short answer is yes, you probably can go with a more budget one, but the more expensive ones exist for a reason and people buy them for a reason. So for example, if you do more professional workloads like some AI work or 3D modeling or video editing and things like that, you might want a higher end motherboard because it's likely that your CPU might be more powerful too. Like, you might have a 12 core or 16 core CPU with 32 threads or whatever, and sometimes those CPUs do fare better on higher end motherboards that have better power phases and things like that, so a better VRM setup. So that is sometimes why you get more expensive motherboards. But the main reason, to be honest, is just that some motherboards at the higher end, they got more useful features, and especially when it comes to connectivity. So for example, some of them might have 10 gigabit Ethernet, so instead of having just 1 gig or 2.5, some of the higher end motherboards, including the Asus ProArt line, actually come with a 10 gig uplink, which is really good, and you don't tend to see that on lower end motherboards at all. Also, some higher end motherboards actually come with USB 4 support, which is really good because obviously that's a lot better than the USB 3 or 3.2 or whatever that many motherboards actually support. So that's another benefit to having a higher end one. The next benefit you might get is the actual level of M2 NVMe drives that actually get supported, because some of the higher end motherboards actually have 4 or 5 M2 NVMe slots, whereas some of the budget ones only have 1 or 2 M2 slots. So that is a big difference, of course, especially if you do have lots of storage requirements for your work or for games or whatever else. Then actually having like 5 M2 NVMe slots is a pretty good benefit in my opinion. But really, that's the main sort of differences between lower end motherboards and higher end ones, and why they seem so expensive sometimes, is that sometimes people do need those higher end motherboards for their increased connectivity. But you can get by with buying like a 9800 X3D CPU, it's one of the highest end gaming chips on the market, and putting in a budget B650 motherboard. People do that, and it does actually work, so that is good to know. And as a result, motherboards aren't always super expensive. Equally, when you come to the AM4 range, which is DDR4, yes, it's quite a few years old now, but you can actually buy some really cheap motherboards on eBay or Facebook Marketplace for like $50 or £50 or whatever, and actually they can be really good, and again, they can run really good quality CPUs and things like that. So it's not that motherboards are always expensive, but certainly if you want the most cutting edge technology with AM5, and you want USB 4 support or a 10 gigabit LAN port and things like that, you will need to pay for that. But if you're happier to just go with a more budget motherboard, yeah, you can do that too, and then they don't seem quite as expensive, even though everything is quite expensive nowadays. But hopefully that clears things up a little bit, and if you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button, and please subscribe to see more short videos like this. Thanks for watching.